NFL Pick'em Week 4. And for this Pick'em, we're going to do it a little bit different because Riv is not here. So all three of us don't have to give our takes.
Yeah.
So therefore, when I ask you who you have in this game, I want you to give me a reason why. Okay. So first game, that's tonight, Thursday Night Football. Broncos versus Jets. Who do you have?
The battle of the number one pick. I'm going to say the Jets win this game just because the Broncos are down to the third string quarterback and they have a lot of injuries on the offensive side of the ball. I can't see the Jets losing to a team that's this depleted, so I got the Jets winning this game. I hope. Actually, I don't.
I wish the Jets do lose this game because
you're right.
I've heard somewhere that even if they lose, Adam Gase isn't going to get fired, so it's whatever.
Secured, yeah.
But I guess this is just for the number one pick. This is why, because we have to get that pick. The Jets have to get that pick.
Yeah.
And this game might make or break if we get it or not.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm not sure if Jamison Crowder's playing, but I think the Broncos win this game. And the reason I say it is because I think the Jets look abysmal on offense.
Yeah, oh, my God.
And I think the Broncos defense, even though they have a lot of injuries.
Von Miller's out, right?
Yeah, he's out, in Jarrell Casey too. Yeah. A.J. Boye, I think, is out too. I still think that Vic Fangio is a pretty good defensive coordinator. And based how Sam Darnold has been playing, I think that they can create a lot of turnovers out of Sam.
Okay.
And even though I hope it doesn't happen, because part of me is hoping Gase really sucks, and another part of me is hoping Sam doesn't suck. But for Gase to suck, Sam has to suck. So, I think that the Broncos win this Thursday Night Football game.
Okay.
Second game, Saints versus Lions.
I have the Saints in this game. The Lions have been really bad on defense, like you pointed out. Alvin Kamara is looking really well. I think they're going to start leaning on him more towards this season. Drew Brees hasn't really looked like himself, but I still think the Saints are a comparable enough team to beat an opponent like the Detroit Lions. So I got the Saints.
Fresh off a win against Arizona, I think the Lions beat the Saints. The Saints are 1-2 right now. There's a lot of uncertainty in New Orleans whether Drew Brees can still win. I think that the Lions win this game. I think Matthew Stafford has a great day, and their defense is going to play good against the Saints, especially without Michael Thomas being there. I think he's not going to play. I think the Lions win that game.
Okay.
The Chargers versus the Buccaneers.
I have the Buccaneers winning this game. I think they're just Tom Brady's looked really good. They're top heavy on offense. They have elite receivers everywhere. Their defense isn't too bad. So I have the Buccaneers winning just because of the amount of sheer talent that they have on the offensive side of the ball, and I do think that they're going to put up a lot of points on the Chargers. So I got the Buccaneers winning this game.
Yeah, I have the Buccaneers as well. I was watching the Chargers and Panthers game. The Panthers don't have a great defense. They have a lot of young guys. I think their best defender is Brian Burns, Dante Jackson, and Shaq Thompson.
Dante Jackson's good.
And all due respect to those guys, but they aren't superstar players. And Justin Herbert really struggled. He really struggled reading defenses. He really struggled calling plays because he played in the spread offense at Oregon. And I think that the Buccaneers, especially Todd Bowles as a defensive coordinator, I think this may be Justin Herbert's worst game of his young rookie career so far. And I think this isn't a contest. I think the Buccaneers win. Jaguars versus Bengals.
I have the Bengals winning this game. I think Joe Burrow gets the first win of his NFL career. I think he plays well. I think the Bengals are competent on offense. You were right. They're really underrated offensively, and especially on paper, you can see that they have a lot of good pieces. The Jaguars are giving up a lot of points. One of the worst defenses in the entire league. So I definitely think the Bengals take this game. Okay,
so DJ Chark appeared in practice today, a limited role. I'm not sure if he's going to play or not, but Jaguars versus Bengals, I have the Bengals winning their first game as well. They tied with the Eagles. The Bengals have a sneaky good offense.
They do.
T. Higgins was really great last year. Even a player like Auden Tate, who's buried on their bench and on their wide receiver depth chart, Auden Tate would come to the Jets and he would be their number one. He's a really good receiver, but A.J. Green, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, even John Ross, Auden Tate, Joe Mixon, and of course Joe Burrow. And their defense isn't bad either. Their front four is especially underrated. Carl Lawson, Carlos Dunlap, Geno Atkins and DJ Reader. These guys, and Jesse Bates is great in the secondary. I think the Bengals get their first win. I think the Jaguars started the season really high because nobody expected them to beat the Colts. Yeah. But I think right now they're starting to come down really fast. Vikings versus Texans.
Ooh. Ooh, this is going to be tough. I think I'm going to lean towards the Texans. I know they haven't won any games, but I think Deshaun Watson pulls through and gets a win. The Vikings have been bad on defense. Kirk Cousins has looked abysmal. And as bad as it looks for the Texans, I don't think it's looked nearly as bad as the Vikings. So I got the Texans edging this game out and getting a win.
I mean, both teams are 0-3. Vikings have a bad defense, so do the Texans. Vikings have a bad offensive line, so do the Texans. The Vikings have a better running back, right?
Yeah.
But the Texans have better receivers. I think that this game is about who's the better quarterback, and I think Deshaun Watson is by far a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins. Mm-hmm. So I have the Texans winning their first game. It's also in Houston, so the Vikings are playing on the road. So I have the Texans winning that game for that reason. I think Deshaun Watson, he does not go 0-4 on the season. He wins his first game.
Yep.
Seahawks versus Dolphins.
I got Seattle winning this game. Seattle's putting up a lot of points. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick is an inconsistent quarterback. One week he'll play like a star. The next week he'll play abysmal. I don't see Russell Wilson laying an egg against the Dolphins, and I think Seattle wins this game handily just because of how good their offense is, and I think the lack of the Dolphins offensively being able to put up points is what's gonna have them lose this game.
I love Miami's culture. I love what they're building, but they're not there yet. Seattle is an elite team.
Yeah.
They're going to be vying for the number 1 seed in that whole NFC. The Seahawks are going to win this game, and it's not going to be close.
Yep.
Browns versus the Cowboys. The Cowboys are 1-2. The Seahawks are 2-1. I mean, the Cowboys are 1-2, and the Browns are 2-1. Yep.
Who's home?
The Cowboys.
I have the Cowboys winning this game. I think Dak Prescott's played really well. Their receivers are really good. They have a really good receiving core. I know the Browns are 2-1, but I don't really trust them. I think that's a fluke record. So I think Dallas is better offensively, and I just think that overall they're the better team, even though the record may not show. So I mean, I have Dallas getting this win.
I have Cleveland. Dallas hasn't been very good in Jerry World, and I think their teams are very similar. I mean, both of them have an elite running back. Both have a lot of offensive weapons. Both underachieve. Both have a bad defense. Mm-hmm. And it's really going to come. It's going to come down to the coach, or not even the quarterbacks. I think it's going to come down to who has the ball last. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, I feel like the Browns are going to have the ball last, and they're going to upset the Cowboys. And we're going to come into Monday night or Monday morning and talk about what's wrong with the Cowboys once again. Mm-hmm. Cardinals versus Panthers.
I have the Cardinals winning this game. I know Kyler Murray had a really bad game last week. I think he bounces back. I think offensively they're gonna just destroy the Panthers on defense. The Panthers have a really bad defense. Christian McCaffrey, their best player on offense, is hurt. I just don't see them winning without Christian McCaffrey carrying the load. I know he's been out for a week or two. He's gonna be out for an extended period of time. But I definitely don't have the Panthers winning this game.
Panthers have become one of my favorite teams to watch. You talk about McCaffrey, but I think Mike Davis did an excellent job stepping in there and doing the best he can to fill Christian McCaffrey's role.
Tough.
But the Panthers have a firepower on offense. But I'm going to pick the Cardinals as well, but for this reason. Not because I feel like they'll dominate the Panthers' defense, but because versus the Chargers, the Panthers had multiple red zone opportunities and kept vying for field goals. I think they kicked 5 field goals that game. You can't do that. You can't do that against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are going to put up points. You can do that against the Chargers when Justin Herbert is starting. But you can't do that against the Cardinals. If they don't capitalize on the red zone opportunities, they're going to lose this game. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. So I have the Cardinals as well. The Colts versus Bears.
Well, I got the Bears winning this game. I think the Bears pulling the plug on Trubisky, putting in Nick Foles, turned out to be really well. Still think the Bears are really good on defense. I think Nick Foles is good enough to get them to win this game. And I think just the presence of Nick Foles coming in last week, coming back, winning that game, I think they have some momentum on their side, and I think they get it done.
The Bears are one of the probably worst 3-0 teams, right? But I think the Colts aren't a very good 2-1 team either.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Vikings and they beat the Jets, and they lost to the Jaguars. So I have the Bears winning this game. I think Nick Foles gives them a new spark. Mm-hmm. He's wanting to take shots down the field, something Mitchell Trubisky never wanted to do. And he's brought a spark to the team. So I feel like the Bears do win this game, and they do go to 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens versus Washington.
I got the Ravens. I just think they're the superior football team. I don't think Lamar Jackson comes out, lays another egg. I think he has somewhat of a good game. So yeah, with all due respect to Washington, they're a really young team. I know they're winning that division right now, right?
Yeah, I think
they're winning that division right now. But I mean, this is a Super Bowl contending team. I just don't see Washington winning this game.
Yeah, this is an easy one. It's a Ravens, and I have a hot take for this game. This is the game that Dwayne Haskins has benched, and Kyle Allen or Alex Smith is going to be the starter for Washington for the foreseeable future. Giants versus Rams.
I got the Rams. I mean, the Giants are one of the worst teams in football.
Yep.
Rams look really good offensively. They're starting to remind me of how they looked offensively the year that they went to the Super Bowl. Defensively, they're good as well. So, I mean, I got the Rams. The Giants are one of the worst teams in football. I don't see the Rams laying an egg to the Giants.
Yep, you said it. I got the Rams too. Patriots versus Chiefs.
This is a really good game. I think the Chiefs win. I know Cam has had solid starts. I just don't see them offensively being able to hang with a team like the Chiefs who are just so potent on offense. So I got the Chiefs winning. I think it'll be a close game. I think the Patriots defense is pretty good enough to not stop the Chiefs, obviously, but I think their defense will hold them in the game. I think that their problem is going to be scoring the football. I don't think they can match the Chiefs' offensive power.
So I know it's hard to believe, but the Patriots are as good on offense as they are on defense. They're 11th ranked offense. They're 11th ranked defense. You can't beat Kansas City if you're their 11th ranked defense.
Yeah.
I think that the Kansas City Chiefs win, and I think it'll be a closer game than people expect.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Chiefs win. Bills versus Raiders.
I have the Bills winning this game. I have them going to 4-0. I think, like you said, the Raiders have like the 26th, 27th pass defense in the league. I think Josh Allen's MVP leap continues this week. I think they get an easy win against Oakland.
Yeah, the Raiders do have the 27th ranked pass
Oakland,
defense.
Pardon me, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, yeah.
Wow.
The Raiders do have the 27th ranked defense in the NFL, but not defense, but they allow the 27th most passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Bills do win. I think Josh Allen continues on his MVP race and journey.
Yep.
And the Bills go on to 4-0. 49ers versus Eagles.
I got the 49ers. I mean, the 49ers have looked good against bad teams. I know that's kind of weird to say, but they blew the Jets out of the water, injuries. They blew the Giants out of the water, injuries. This is another team they're going to play full of injuries. Carson Wentz hasn't looked good. I think the 49ers will win this game handily.
Okay, so I agree with you. You mentioned that the 49ers have beat bad teams, but right now the Eagles are a bad team. They lost they tied with the Bengals. They lost to Washington. And who else did they lose to? They lost to the Rams, right?
Yeah.
So the Rams were a good team, but the Eagles are not a good team right now. I think the 49ers win that game. Mm-hmm. And the 49ers, even with all their injuries, Kyle Shanahan finds a way to get it done.
Yep.
And that team finds a way to get it done. Falcons versus Packers. Monday Night Football.
I think this is going to be a better game than what a lot of people think. I think the Falcons score a lot of points. Obviously, the Packers are the number 1 ranked offense in the league. But I have the Packers winning this game just simply because of the fact that if they're up, they can hold the lead. Atlanta's been up; they've blown every lead. So I think it'll be a shootout. But I think the Packers are in the end going to win this game. I don't trust Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, you said the Falcons can score points. They've been up in every game this year, and they've lost every game, surprisingly.
Yep.
But not so surprisingly because that's what Atlanta's known for.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I want to pick Atlanta because I just want them to win their first game of the season because they've deserved to win every game this season.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that the Packers are going to win this game. I think Aaron Rodgers has another phenomenal game. And pardon me, the Falcons didn't have a chance against the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But the other two games they did, and they blew those leads. But the Packers win this game, and I have the Packers.